week 4 of Survivor AU Season 12 is done. And maybe we just start with what we just watched because that'll be the easiest thing to remember.
Deliciousness.
Been a good week.
Even though we had a non-elimination this week, which is normally like a sort of a down week, it was a good week.
It was. In fact, I thought to myself when they sent people off to Redemption Beach that, this isn't going to be very interesting. But that ended up being really good.
Yeah. I like the challenge too.
I was like, holy crap, that looks hard.
And I didn't think Caleb would be good at it just because I think it's more of like a being gentle-footed type of thing as opposed to...
Actually,
someone who just goes charging into the thing with a machete or something.
Sally said something. She said that Keely was her big spoon and Caleb was her little spoon. So is Caleb a little guy?
Yeah, he looks like a little guy.
It's got more to do with positions, surely, than actually the size of the person.
Okay.
Well, wasn't that who was it that made that joke that all spoons are the same size anyway? You don't have a big spoon and a little spoon. Was that Hannah Gadsby? I can't remember. The spoon properly, you need the same size spoon. is the point?
True. That's true. You do. You are a true spoon.
But
so
I would
Caleb, Keely, and Sally who went off onto that Redemption Beach, and in the end, none of them went.
I think that's more interesting than one of them getting voted off.
Now, 2 of them that went to Redemption Beach lost an ally based on the fact that they didn't have a vote when they came back.
Well, one of them lost what they thought was an ally, and the other one lost an actual
never
ally.
Had an ally in Faith or Keely or Mark or anybody. She's in with a better chance now.
Yeah,
she got swapped across from that other tribe, right? So I guess she was just trying to do the best she could for as long as she could until she got to merge and got back with her crew. Not that we saw a lot of her back prior to
we didn't.
the swap, but
no, we did not.
She's made it.
She was on
made it back to the merge.
Was she not with Rich?
Yeah.
Originally?
Yeah, Rich was on the other tribe as well. But they both her and Rich have done really well surviving on this tribe.
Yeah.
It just helps that they've got these gigantic personalities begging to be voted off.
This tribe has really got dominated. Like that screenshot I showed you in the episode.
Tribe, because Lyndall said that Rich was the only one that joined her.
Oh, yeah.
So now I'm just confused.
Well, you said I didn't need to open the page, but
Lyndall came. Yeah, Lyndall came from the other tribe as well. Yeah, but she got voted off.
No, Sally was originally on Baron. She was originally with them all.
Oh. So what's Mark's problem?
Yeah, okay. I got mixed up then.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't understand why. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, this episode was about Faith really not liking Caleb. I mean, during that challenge, she's like, "Oh, drop." It's just like, "Oh my god, you're nasty."
Well, her 2 buddies were the other 2.
Well, one of them was.
But she's also not being mean to him in a way of like,
no, not the same.
I want him gone because he could win. She's being mean to him because she just doesn't like him.
Yeah, she really doesn't like him.
Which is mean.
It is totally mean. But then also when she when she was leaving and she hugged him, which is I hate because she clearly doesn't like him.
I was looking at my phone. What did she say to him?
She said,
"You're going down," or something.
Yeah, you're going down. And he says, "What did he say?"
Bring it on.
This was bring it on. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and when she was like, "Don't vote me off," and he's like.
So good they showed it before and after the ad.
Yeah.
Yes, because I did miss that part as well.
Caleb is such great entertainment. And yes, he's chaotic, but I love that.
I was saying that as well while I was watching it. I really enjoy watching him. Like their tribe would be so boring without him.
Yeah.
You really do need a mix of people. It's what makes it interesting.
Oh God.
Oh no! Oh, hang on, everyone.
Oh no, okay.
Stop making fun of me. So I would like to point out that I pretty early on was saying, yeah, they need to get rid of Faith, and sure enough, they went ahead and did it.
No,
That's so good.
I have not liked her. There isn't anyone that I've been like, yeah, let's get rid of them. Like Aisha, I loved just because it was a complete blindside. I wasn't like I wasn't happy. I was happy for the like stunner being thrown. Like it was fun.
I was kind of like sad to see her go because I liked her, but also I was sort of hoping in that episode that there'd just be some point where she would realize what was happening but wouldn't be able to stop it. But she never realized it at any point.
The fact that she never realized, and she was a really good sport about it as well.
She was, yeah.
She was.
She was like impressed that they had pulled that off.
And she was just sort of opening her bag, looking at Blanche's idol. Oh no, I've really.
Oh no, what have I done? But look, let's talk about Blanche. She is killing it in the challenges.
She's so good.
Yeah,
very fit.
Yeah.
Not real good at clues. It must be said. She sounded like me, like, "Oh, my eyes are bad. Help me out. I can't see anything." But she also couldn't seem to understand that it was probably under the shelter rather than on top of the shelter.
Yeah, that was funny when she asked Aisha for the help. Oh, can you help me find it? And then Aisha never ended up actually giving it to her.
Oh my god. When they were talking about it before they were going to tribal council, and Blanche is like, "I'm happy for you to just keep holding on to it for now." I was like, "No, Blanche, no.
Don't do it.
Put it in your bag."
Oh.
Yeah.
You've got to get that idol back.
Spoken to her about it, though, have they? Like we haven't really seen her talking about it.
No, not yet.
She just kind of shook her head. And
Ben is again just killing it in chat. He's a machine.
Oh my
Any
god!
running, swimming, diving. Yeah, he's
taking
so
the bit between
with
his
his teeth
and running.
Jesus,
It was like a little dog in the water. It was insane.
that feels like it's going to make it into like future clips. That's all I'm going to say. Him bloody pulling a boat with his teeth.
You need to use both arms to pump through the water. Just so I don't forget it. Mark, yeah.
More so. Sorry, Mark.
Just in case, just so I don't forget later. How about the one earlier in the week where they were going through that tunnel and they were all talking about who was it that said, "Oh, that's far too much bum" or something? Whoever was following
behind Ben
through the tunnel. Yeah.
And even David was commenting on it.
Yeah, someone even said, "Oh, this feels like the Human Centipede."
Yes. I have noticed that there's been more comments like that, especially from Dave, like making it a bit more innuendo-y than it was in the beginning, I think.
Yeah.
Or that I've noticed.
Did you ever watch that innuendo clip I
did. Yeah.
I think Ben's seen it before. Yeah, he is. He's sort of he's getting sort of a bit more natural. Oh, what was the thing he said today? I wrote it down at the time.
About his shirt?
Find it. Oh, yeah.
They were just smoked. His shirt sliding off of him or something like
Clinging
that.
on for dear life or something.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Or something like that. There was something else he said too. What was it?
There was, and I can't remember what it was.
And what's worse, in our chat, I'll have just, put it a laughing emote. I won't have written what it actually was.
I think our chat that we have while we watch Survivor is most entertaining when Sean pipes up with something completely tangential to the show.
I do love it.
He was clocking what happened at the end much more than what I was.
Yeah, she figured it because I was like, "Oh yes, of course there were 4," and she was voting for. Yeah, it's going to be a tie. Yeah. I thought to myself, "Oh, Mark's yes." So Mark voted for Faith.
As soon as Caleb told Rich to vote for Sally in case something happened, I was like, no, because they're Faith's voting for Sally, and it's going to be a tie.
But that was smart in the long run, because if Faith had an idol, they would have been screwed.
So they know they should be able to get it on the second vote.
When Mark and Faith hugged at the end, she said, "You should have voted me out. I told you should have voted me out," and he said, "I did." Fantastic.
And like I was saying in our chat, I'm so happy that she's gone now before she can be a member of the jury, because I just think she wouldn't be a very good member of the jury for anyone other than
I don't think she'd
Keely.
be biased.
Yeah, she'd
I
just be,
agree.
well, Keely should obviously win because she's my BFF.
Yeah. I'm just happy one of the head office has been voted out. I didn't care which one of them left. I just needed one of them to go.
Well, did you see the clip that they had from the previous episode at the very beginning of the show, where they showed when Keely and Faith were in the jungle alone, and they were talking about how I think we're the two smartest people that have ever been on Survivor, and I'm like, ugh.
But they don't believe that. They're playing it up for the camera.
Yeah.
I don't know about Faith.
I think Faith might have. The fact she was begging at the end. Tez begged at the end. How would she have felt about Tez begging? Liked it, and she's begging at the end.
Yeah, true. Although Caleb quickly put paid at that. He didn't leave her hanging on that notion.
I did like that. I was like, well, don't leave him wondering.
It was really signalling to everyone else where he's going.
Yeah.
I know you haven't seen a final tribal council before, but just so you know, Katie, that they are under no obligation to try to be impartial at the end. Like, sort of understanding which way people are likely to vote is kind of part of what you have to take into account.
Yeah.
Whether you kind of put them on the jury or whether you try and hang on to them and try to beat them. Yeah. There's a lot of things that go into it.
I do feel like there aren't many rules in this show. I just assumed that would be a free-for-all.
So now that we know that they're going to go to the merge next week, because we saw it in the preview, and the trailer, the clips that they showed for next week were focusing on Caleb saying, hey, we need to do something about these returning players because they're very strong. And Lottie is like, well, we're 7 people and they're 3. So I think we're pretty good on numbers here. And
but it's been like that for a long time.
Yeah,
I'm just like, please, come on, just do it.
Yeah, I'm surprised they've kept 3 of them in, considering
they've only got rid of 1 the whole time.
Yeah.
They're too busy fighting with each other. It's such a waste of time.
Yeah.
Another thing that there's not a rule about is that you're totally able to take a machete to a chest and, prize that sort of disc off it, as Keely did.
So during that, she's talking about how she's becoming a criminal and she's walking to the shelter with the machete, and Mum goes, is she going to murder?
That's what I thought. Oh my God, is she going to kill Sally?
I was like, I'm pretty sure that is one of the things that's not allowed.
Is that when you lost internet briefly? So you were wondering, oh, well, maybe she did.
It was right after she took it off and told everybody her grand plans of counterfeiting and all that stuff. So I knew she hadn't murdered yet.
So how's your mum enjoying it, by the way? Is she liking it?
She is not watching much of it. She was just watching it tonight because I was. So I had to fill her in on what had happened and why they were at Redemption Beach. And I was like, but don't ask me about Redemption Beach because I don't know what Redemption Beach is. They all apparently
neither did anyone else.
What about when Caleb told them the story about, oh yeah, I heard a story about someone who went to one of these beaches and the crabs tore it to pieces.
He needed a flashlight under his chin or something. It's like he was just trying to scare the wits out of them.
I loved it. And then the camera people the editors kept showing the crabs walking along. Loved it. I mean, I wouldn't be sleeping out there with all those crabs, but more power to you.
Caleb is just delivering so much this season, really. You remember when he went across and he had a vote for the other tribes' tribal council?
Totally got
and he just came in and said, and he got them all offside by saying, we got to get rid of these returning players. It's just like, I mean, he's still spot on, guys.
What's going to happen next week? They talk about 7, new players versus 3 returning. How are Jackson and Caleb going to vote together?
Yeah, well, that's an interesting question. Hopefully they
Jackson.
Kiss and makeup. Yeah, I don't think Caleb cares. He's just like, what? What is this?
No, who cares either?
He won't be able to resist though.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We had heaps of good challenges this week. Ben, our challenge correspondent.
Yeah,
Can
we
you
sure
remember
did.
some?
Well, the balance beam was the redemption beach challenge, and of all the challenges that we've had this week, that was by far the most tense one I think I've seen. That was just like,
Did they
they moved, I was
deliberately
like-
make it creaky? Like, did they make sure that it was creaky?
yeah, seriously, and it was pissing down rain as well. Jesus.
Yeah.
And that was when David made the joke about his t-shirt barely clinging on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think about that challenge, Katie? Having seen so many puzzle ones and strength ones, and
I really liked it. I thought it was a good mix, and nobody's going to be naturally good at doing that, so it was kind of a fair playing field. I think Caleb was disadvantaged as he is a crazy maniac, but more power to him that he won it.
Yeah, I also liked the immunity challenge one tonight, even though they were both like considering throwing it. I thought
they both were throwing it. I was so
Mark
confused
Simon was so close. You could see him looking over and he was considering dropping one of his, but Mark did it first.
Why didn't they
waited until they were throwing them in was insane, because you could tell that hurt.
If they were worried about, you know how that Simon, they know Simon doesn't want to throw a challenge.
Why did they?
He's
put
obviously
him
a big guy. Why didn't they put Ben on it?
Well, Ben was on the other side. Oh no, Ben was out doing the boat and everything.
Yeah, but why didn't they have Ben holding the thing and get Simon to throw? That way, if Simon's trying to
true.
throw the challenge, at least some other people.
Throwing it though as well. Wasn't he in on the plan?
Well, he seemed to be.
Then none of them threw it because they did. I mean, they all got back first with all the coconuts and stuff.
That was an interesting. Simon's had a pretty interesting arc, actually. He's sort of he's trying some things. He's not playing quite as simple. He's considering other possibilities. You know, this week we saw the whole. It might have spawned last week, was it? That whole alliance with the what do they call themselves? That Beauty and the Beast.
Oh yeah.
I actually found another thing. So tonight's episode, when they were talking about the possibility, that's Baron. Is that the Baron tribe that Simon's on? Yeah. So they were talking about throwing the challenge so that they could vote off. I think it was Keeley that they were talking about voting off.
Yeah. Keeley.
Just 2 episodes earlier, Aisha did that. And they're like, "Oh, that's what you get for throwing a challenge." It's like, mate,
that's what Brooke said. Yeah,
the whole time.
Yeah, it's just like,
throwing it, I was like, that's such a problem with Aisha doing it. Okay.
Let's talk all about that Aisha one, because Brooke had an idol that we knew she was, a decent chance to play. They kind of foreshadowed the episode before about how some people want to throw, and with the fire. There's actually heaps of episodes this season where they I guess it somewhat naturally happened here, but where they almost foreshadow in the episode prior, like something that's coming in the next one.
That tribal council was actually really interesting. Obviously, the lead up to it, there was a lot of tension because I'm constantly like, "Oh God, Aisha, you need to realize what's happening right here. They're coming for you." I mean,
on a slow decline.
And Cam was like, "Something's not right here." You remember that? He's like, "I don't know what's going on, okay, but this."
Ben's watching like through his fingers.
I was like, "No, don't do it."
Acting was on fire though, considering.
No, it wasn't. He was terrible. Everybody was like, "He's." They didn't know what it was, but they were just like, "Something's not right there."
While Aisha is holding an idol.
Yes. Yeah, ouch.
She just had no idea.
Not even her idol.
Hypothetically, if she had thought she was going, could she have played that idol because she had it in her possession, even though it was Blanche's?
Yes. It's not actually blenches. There's not many rules, but one of them is that you can't physically like take one off someone. If they're in possession of it, they've got it.
Yeah, okay.
But as soon as she was voted off, you said that she can no longer give her the idol back.
Yeah, I think there was one season early on where they kind of let someone do that, but I'm not sure if that was sort of a different rule at the time or if it was kind of a production mistake or whatever. But yeah, you're generally speaking, you're not allowed to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was pretty
What
upset
about-
that happened. I didn't understand why everybody was gunning for her. That's the thing that I didn't understand. It's like there are much bigger targets, Brooke,
I
even
think
though
because
she
she
had an
was
idol.
calling the shots, and they were like,
Oh, that's
and
true.
Simon promised Mark he would protect Brooke, so because he protected
And-
Rich.
And yeah, Aisha was getting a bit to telling. For me, whenever I see someone telling everyone how to vote, especially quite a number of people, which she was totally doing, I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
it's not a good look.
You're going to put people offside because they're like, well, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, she needs to do a Sari and basically let people come to the conclusion that she wants them to come to.
If you dropping references.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of can't take the reins the whole time. You sort of got to know when to sit back and let others feel like they're in control sometimes.
Yeah.
What about Lottie's reaction to being left out of that whole thing, and about how Simon kind of went with Brooke after she had she wasn't sure about him to begin with, but then as she sort of lost people, she got closer to Simon and was like, all right, well, you know, you can be my number one, even though she would have cut him at the first opportunity.
Yeah.
But as soon as he voted and got rid of Aisha, she was seething.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say
They
she
come-
was faith seething or just regular seething?
I would say regular seething.
Okay.
Faith was a psycho.
Yeah.
Faith
Did
kept,
all
like,
right.
threatening
Oh, yeah.
people. Like,
Yeah.
continuously.
It's so blunt.
Yeah. She
To
tell
the point when even
Johnson
when Sally was,
that she'd set him on fire.
yeah. I'm not just going to snuff your torch. I'm going to set you on fire.
Yeah.
And even in this
Like,
episode, when
he's
Sally's
scary.
trying to say, you know, that she might be, she might not have actually said that, but she was trying to say that, you know, basically we should go with something else. Here's a different plan. And she just said, oh, no, that's stupid.
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't sort of try to
She's just so
soften it
blunt.
or.
It's just like, oh, okay. Tell me how you really
Well, she
feel.
should have
She
probably
almost-
listened to Sally.
Sally almost like slightly recoiled there, and then in her talk to camera, she's saying something like, "Oh, she's sort of young and not determined." What did she say? It wasn't stubborn. She was like she's young and sort of full of ideas or hard-headed or
Sally's
something
older
like
than
that. She was. Pardon?
What? Is Sally older than her?
Sally's older than Faith.
Oh, really? I forget exactly what she said.
Oh,
but
she
it was
is.
some-
Yeah, Sally's
She
36
did
and
call
Faith
her
is
young
34.
though, didn't she? Didn't she say
She
young?
called her something like almost like young and naive, kind of was what she was going for.
What Faith really meant by that was, no, I have my plan and that's what we're going with.
Yeah.
That's what Faith really meant. Oh, you that's nice. That's nice. You have your little plans and we'll just do my one. Yeah, but that moment when she said that, it's like
Sally come back.
I actually thought to myself, surely Sally must have realized then, oh no, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I don't know. But also Sally, she made a comment, Faith made a comment about how Sally had changed at Redemption Beach and had come back kind of more driven and stuff. And then she turns around and says,
Let's vote her off.
yeah, it was very confusing.
Is Killy and Sally have kind of bonded out there? Are they? I mean, I guess they
Nope.
have to kind of. No.
Keely
No,
was
they did not
ready
bond
to
at
get
all.
Sally off.
Yep, they didn't bond at all.
Yeah,
Keely
true.
was just
That's
amusing her.
Yeah.
Was it amusing her? No, it's another phrase.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. I don't know what it is.
Well, she might not vote with her, but I think they did bond out there. That's my headcanon.
How could you
well-
not? That would have been horrific.
Yeah, like on a personal level, I think they would have There's one challenge that we haven't talked about at all that was really good. That was, I think, in the second episode. It was the one with the boxes. The 2 boxes where they had to the bluffing one.
Oh,
Oh,
the food.
the
Yes,
bluff
yes,
one.
yes,
That
yes,
was
yes.
that was Monday night's one.
Yeah, that was the one
Yeah.
where Brooke totally bamboozled Sally.
She was so good at that.
Did she maybe get some people offside with like
A
how
little bit.
well
She should have,
did
but
it?
for some reason she didn't. I
She
don't
did
understand it.
or she wanted to stick with the idea to vote Aisha off after she pulled that stunt. And she made a
Yeah.
comment about it at Tribal as well.
Yeah, I'm just
Saying
like,
how-
you're
Even played-
crazy.
Yeah.
Even played the card like it's a thing from home, like it was sort of pulling on the family thing. It was against
Mm.
Sally, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
It was just like ruthless.
it was very ruthless. And for me, that would have rung alarm bells. That would have been like, "Ooh, shit, we need to watch out for this one." But not, they're all just like, "No, let's buddy up to her because
I think on nearly anyone else it would be like that, but it's sort of, she's such a big target already that maybe I guess it did surprise them, but it wasn't that surprising.
also
Well, not
playing
to
for-
me anyway.
And some of them hadn't eaten still, right? Some of them still hadn't had a prize food yet. Like Ben, I don't think he'd ever had anything yet.
Well, he ended up having
yeah,
the
so-
schnitzel, didn't he?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Faith gave
but
it
I
away.
think
She said it was too
originally
dry.
the banana.
Because she's a
Yeah.
homeschooling chef.
And it was too dry. Oh my god, you're on an island. Eat what you're given.
Yeah, seriously. I think
Was
if
that
you were
just
hungry,
her
you'd eat it.
way of
I think
Ah,
she
yeah,
was
what
being
is
nice
it?
and giving it to Ben.
Yeah.
I think that was her one moment of weakness.
Or had she just had a big breakfast that morning and didn't feel like it? Or
Big breakfast of coconut. I would die on that island. I hate coconut. I hate coconut water. I hate it all.
on one of my podcasts, they joked that instead of saying about families, letters from home or whatever with Sally, they should have said it. There was oh no, it wasn't her. Sorry, it wasn't Sally. Who's the one that works at the cactus shop? They were saying, they should have joked that there was a cactus in the box.
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, I don't remember who that is.
Oh, maybe it is her.
I think it was her.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was her. Because her
We
and
had
Ben
some-
bonded over his speedos.
Mm. We had some really good matchups too. Like we had Caleb and Jackson facing off against each other,
Yeah.
which was awesome. And another one, which we haven't had at all yet, but we're going to get some good matchups now that we've come to merge, was like when Keely and Lottie were facing off against each other.
Yes.
And
I thought
Lottie
that
was
a good
asking
one.
questions, are you working with for Mark or with Mark?
Mm.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
trying to judge whether she was lying about the answer to that question or lying about what was in the box. It
Yeah.
wasn't entirely clear how her logic worked. It was like, well, you're twitching about one of those two. I don't know how you decide which of the two she's lying about in order to make a decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're like two quite strong players that have, we haven't seen interact in a way. They're almost sort of similar players on.
And
either
Keely won
side.
that interaction.
Yeah, she did. Because Lottie got the weird fruit thing, didn't she?
Yep.
Or was that Sally who got the weird fruit
No,
thing?
it was Lottie.
I was jealous of and I'm at home and I could have had whatever I wanted, but I was still jealous of the tacos and the margarita.
Oh, how good you look.
I like how you're watching these people on an island, in Samoa, I think it is, and you're like, oh, I don't care that they're starving, but that meal looks really good.
Sometimes when we're together and we're wondering what to have for dinner or whatever, maybe we should just go have tacos and margaritas.
I don't even know where we do that.
Always. I'm always down for tacos and margaritas.
I wonder if there's a Mexican place near here. Anyway,
Well, Guzman, right?
And where is that, Ben?
Any Americans who watch Australian Survivor must think that everyone is just mad for tacos and margaritas on Australian Survivor. They always have margaritas on the rewards.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have seen quite a few margaritas already.
You remember Shawnee Ben was always going on about margaritas.
Yeah, yeah.
Blanche lost her one and got a sandwich, but it was the one that had the clue in it, even though she kind of lost that interaction.
Yeah,
she was still really grateful for the sandwich, though. Like, before she found the squirrel, she was still pretty pumped about having a sandwich.
It wasn't a bad losing one.
I love a good sandwich, though.
Yeah, same. And it was a peanut butter sandwich. Yes, please.
Oh,
bit of protein. The glass of milk would have been too much for me.
Me too. I mean, too much for everyone else.
You would have been doing a Christian Bicky.
Yes, a shitty Bicky.
You would have been Christian.
Yeah, that's what he just said. He just said his surname instead.
Oh, I forgot his name was Hibiki or whatever.
Oh, that was a classic.
Well, I did say his full name, but that's okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it's the Discord delay. We probably spoke at the same time. So I think we've talked about most of the major things. Maybe what we should do is a bit like what we did the last US season, Ben, and just look at who is left and what we think about how they're going to go.
Can we wait until after the merge? I want to see the dynamic of
yes, actually, you're right.
First.
We did it after the merge. You're right.
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah, I just want to see how they're going to interact first.
Does that mean we're going to need to do an episode after Monday?
No, we'll just do it. We'll just do it as part of next week's episode. I'm sure we'll remember. No one here takes notes, right?
I'll try to remember.
But I've loved this week, even though there was like that episode where nothing happened. I mean, nobody got voted off.
It ended up being not as bad as I thought. I'll be interested to see what other people thought of it, because people were like a little bit down. I mean, they're always down on these non-elim ones, but people were saying, it's sort of really tough if someone, loses 2 challenges now and goes out just because one person voted for them. Like, that's pretty unlucky when it could have been any, tribe immunity that put them in that position or whatever. But it wasn't as bad as it seemed, because they did have a chance to get back. There was an advantage. Even when they got back, they just lost a vote. They didn't, automatically go straight out. So I feel like there was enough.
Actually, you reminded me that Keely was butthurt that one person voted for her. It's just like, you voted for one person. So, like, I don't understand what you're upset about.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that at all. The fact that, the reason that she went there is because Rich assumed he would be on the island and he didn't know what was going to happen afterwards. So for all he knew, they might have got on the other side and the 3 people had to vote for one of them to leave or something like that. He was trying to stay with Keely, and that's why he put her there in that sort of bad position. And Mark,
unbeknownst to him,
who everyone was kind of gunning for, ended up staying. At one point it seemed like several people were going to go for him, and then no one did.
Almost everyone, yeah. And then he told Faith not to vote for him, not to throw his name around, and then she told Keely and she told Sally, and then they were like, go vote for him, because they were going to send the 3 boys.
He called her a mole, Katie.
Oh yes,
yeah, he did.
He certainly did.
It was a deserved mole comment, like mine was. But I get it.
He said, "Don't vote for me, you mole." That's what he said.
I've seen a few people online
throw my name around.
Yeah,
I've seen a few people fairly unhappy that he used that word. Actually, I don't know whether they're sort of not understanding some of the Australian context, that it's sort of like a little bit sort of in humour. It's not.
Yeah,
it's historic as well, because it was on. Was it Big Brother or something? And she went game on mole. And then, but it was 2 women talking to each other. It does kind of have different.
And don't forget that famous.
You're defending yourself now.
Famous episode of Blood on the Clock Tower, where you called Nelly
that's
a
what she's
mole.
talking about.
Yeah.
You
I'm
can
aware
insert
what I
it.
did, and I don't take it back. We had formed a whole plan. She sold me out.
Great charmer.
Yeah. Great week. Loved it. Loved everything
What was
about
I
it.
going to say? Something else about that. I forget. What was I going
Oh,
to say? Just the fact that Faith and Keely were they weren't talking to him at all during that whole discussion when they were trying to figure out who they were going to vote for. You know, the rest of the time they're including Mark in everything, but when it got down to that, they were just talking. They weren't including him in that conversation at all.
No.
Like he was really on the outs, and I think all
that's
that
what
stuff kind of added up.
turned him. Yeah, that's what turned him against Faith, I reckon.
No, he was already turned against Faith from the thing she said the previous night, where she said, "Oh, I wouldn't be it wouldn't be too hard to convince me to vote for you."
Yeah,
That was we didn't talk about that whole interesting conversation about whether they would take each other to the end, and how it was just straight up with, well, I think you'll beat me at the end. It's like, well, that's great honesty, but he's kind of right at the end. He's like, well, you should have lied to me and told me you would take me.
Yeah.
I know Mark hasn't been your favourite sort of along the way necessarily, Ben. Like you feel like he's sort of got a bit too big for his boots and everything. And in the end, you were kind of hoping he wouldn't change his vote because it seemed like you just wanted Faith out more.
Yep.
But you kind of have to hand it to Mark for like just having a good feel for when to move.
Yeah.
Here, like he's very good.
Well, in the last few, I've liked him more. So early on, he was just telling everyone how to vote, and I really didn't like it. It rubbed me the wrong way. So, but since he stopped doing that, and the same with Lottie. Lottie did that a lot in the very early on times as well.
I agree.
And when Aisha started doing it, it rubbed me the wrong way. But this time, where he's just like, look, we've got a chance here. What do you think about voting Faith off? He's not just like, vote Faith. We're going to get her.
Yeah, it was a conversation.
I think I give him a bit more of a pass because he's sort of got a bit of humour about himself while he does it. Whereas like with Lottie, I don't get that. Like she just sort of comes across like she sort of thinks she's better than everyone else.
Yeah.
And Faith
I don't know, Michael, but she's still on the island, so she's looking pretty good there.
That's true. Yeah.
But I wanted to ask. I know we've been going on a long time. Actually, we've been going.
Oh,
my recording is 39 minutes.
I'm just trying to make sure
I've got to do some work after this anyway. So what do you think about Richard's tenure on the island? Because I know we were talking early on that older people tend to get voted off pretty early on, but he's
and the CEO type.
Yeah, but he's done surprisingly well. But he is still. He hasn't made any moves. He's still just following. He's the sheep of the whatever tribe he's in. But he is doing it more for survival, I guess. But he's not
I think
done
he's doing
anything.
it for the merge, trying to last till the merge, I think is what he was doing, so he could be back with his people.
Yeah, but they've got to be thinking, which is, I know we talked about this a lot in Survivor US number 4, season 49, where they're just like, there were so many opportunities where they could have done something that would have been a big move, but they did the careful move instead. But Rich is he's running out of time. If he wants to do a move where if on the off chance, which I don't think is going to happen, he ends up in final 3, he will have something to say, I did this, not I voted with so-and-so or I voted with this other person.
Those kind of resume moves get a bit more currency from the merge on because everybody who's on the jury sees them. Whereas prior to merge, maybe only half the people who are on the jury actually see you do the thing. So it kind of we've had heaps of good episodes actually with all these tribals and everything, but it actually often ratchets up from here, Katie. Like it gets sort of more interesting. Not always.
I can't wait.
But
I'm just excited for the fallout from Faith being booted.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
To see Keely's reaction.
Well, Keely's going to have to suck up to Mark now if she wants to survive, because she'll be the next target, really.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really have friends on the other side as far as we know, does she? And who went? Blanche, who didn't love her, and
Ben?
Brooke.
Ben.
Yeah, Ben and Brooke.
Oh, well,
Three.
most
Yeah.
of actually,
Oh, yeah, there might have been 3.
yeah, it is the 3 of them.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I think
Oh, and Cameron. No, not Cameron. Sorry, my apologies.
no,
Cameron
Cameron was
was
already
always
there.
there. He's been very quiet just because that trial hasn't been sort of involved very much, and he lost to Aisha. So he's a little bit lost as well.
I'm still impressed by his capacity to recognize, hey, something's not right here. I don't know what it is, but something is going on, and I don't think that what we think is going to happen is going to happen. Yeah. Well, he put it out there, but no one took him up on it. No one said, "Okay, let's go have a talk."
He didn't have enough pull to sway anybody.
That's another person who I think won't make it very much farther.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because he's not really done anything, and he's definitely in the minority now. So he'll try to attach himself with Lottie, and I don't know if Lottie particularly likes him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The last thing I'll kind of say is that in US Survivor, there's normally 13 episodes, right? And we've just finished the 12th episode of Australian Survivor and have just got to merge. So that's how they're a bit different. Yeah.
Yeah, Americans are weak, seriously. If you watch their Survivor, it's nothing.
What it's going to mean is that in the US one, they're going to have to have like a bunch of doubles. Like it's going to be carnage at some point.
Yeah. I'm looking forward. I reckon maybe this week, maybe tomorrow's episode will have a double. I reckon it might.
I hope it's more exciting.
Right.
No pressure for USA.
Not a fan.
It's not it's not as good as the Australian one, but of course, like you said, the Australian one has had a lot more episodes. But at the moment, I would definitely rate the Australian one way over the US season 50.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, good impression. Well, we'll be back again tomorrow to talk about whether we record tomorrow. We'll watch it tomorrow.
Yep, we will indeed.
I'm back next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I don't know if we did it the same way.